time, Daddy. Back on the forward. You know what it is? Predictions. Week 9. We going in. You know what I mean? As you can see there, it's on the screen there. So let's go with it, man. Let's go. Friday the 25th of October is the first one up for week 9. Leicester taking on Forest. Now, Leicester did something special against Southampton, and Forest did something decent against Palace. So they're both coming off their wins like that. You know what I mean? Hold on a minute. What's this? All right, yeah, I like that. See, it's showing their last thing. So yeah, cool. I don't know why this random one is showing. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see this one. But yeah. So they're coming off. They're both coming off wins. Leicester coming off a beautiful comeback. But Forest have been tested. They've played against Chelsea and they won that game, but they lost against Fulham in their previous game. Leicester beat Bournemouth, but they got spanked by Arsenal 4-2. I'm gonna go with Leicester on this one. And they're at yard. I'm gonna go with Leicester 3-1 to Leicester. All right, we're going into the Saturday the 26th. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. What can I say? Bournemouth spanked my team. It wasn't exactly a spanking, but when you just look at the results, that shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Villa coming off a nice win. I'm sure they were down as well. I'm sure they were down 1-0 and they came back 1-3-1. Bournemouth coming off a win. You get me? Taking on the mighty Arsenal and putting them down. What's going to be the score for this one here? I think Villa's going to take that easy. They're going to show everybody what you're supposed to do to them. And I think that's going to be a little 3, possibly 4-1. And I'm going to go with the 4. I think Villa will spank them, man. 4-1. Brentford versus Ipswich. Ipswich, you're just coming off bare draws and spankings. Draws and spankings. In the last 5 games, 3 draws, 2 spankings, and you got beat by Everton 2-0. I think this Brentford here, even though they lost against Man United, you know what I'm saying? They lost against Man United. Technically, Ipswich got a better record. Technically. Ipswich got 3 draws, 2 losses. Brentford's got 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. You know what I'm saying? But Ipswich, the Tractor Boys are fighters, man. I wanted them to do good, but they've just been holding. They've either been drawing or losing. That's what they've been doing. I don't even know if they've won a game this season. But I'm going to go for Brentford anyway, and I'm going to go 3-1 to Brentford. I think they can really do them some damage, and it is at home to Brentford. Is what it is. Next up, we got Brighton versus Wolves. I already think Brighton's going to win this, but let's just check the records anyway. So, what's going on here? Well, Wolves hasn't won in their last 5 games. Put it that way, they out. Brighton, on the other hand, they've drawn 2, lost 2. No, drawn 2, lost 1, won 2. That's a better record anyway. But Brighton are just better. I don't even know if Wolves going to score, but they could always get a little cheeky one. That's the problem. But I'm going to say 3-1 again. 3-1 to Brighton. This is all home teams on a rollout. Next up, City versus Southampton. Do we really need to see any of this? Oh, look. See, look, there's the head-to-heads and stuff. That's what I really want. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a little embarrassing personally. Look at the last times they've played each other. City 5-2, then a 0-0 draw, then a 1-1 draw, then a 4-0 spanking, and a 4-1 spanking. So in general, it's a spanking. Yeah. And let's just say you men are going to hold 4. And it's at the Etihad. It's going to be 4. I'm going to say 4-0. Sorry, Rambo, but I think it's going to be a beat-tang. It's going to be a beat-tang. You know what I mean? All right, last game for the Saturday, which will be the only live game. Everton versus Fulham. We check out the head-to-heads here instead of just the last 5 games. Although we can see the form. I like this. This is better. So we can have a little details in that. So, form-wise, Form wise, Everton are coming off a win. Fulham are coming off a loss. Coming off a big loss. They're coming off 2 losses. Everton, meanwhile, have coming off. Their last 3 games have been 2 wins and a draw. Whereas Fulham's is 2 losses and a win. You get me? I'm gonna go with I want to go with Fulham on this one, but it's at home to Everton. Everton seem to be on a nice little run here. You know what I mean? A nice little run here. A nice little run. Although Fulham have had the harder fixtures, I would say Villa, City, Forest is harder than Palace, Newcastle, Ipswich. Don't you agree? I think so. So with that being said, I want to give it to Everton because the form that they're in right now. But I do think that you can't compare Newcastle and Ipswich to Villa and City. And they only lost to City by 1 goal, you know. Fulham, you're away. I'm going to call this one a draw. A 2-2 draw. I think Everton are going to do their business because they're at yard, and I think Fulham have to fix this. They have to fix what's going on. You have to fix it. All right, that's the last game on the Saturday. Sunday now, Newcastle versus Chelsea. Chelsea are on the up and up. Their form right now is damn near the same, although Chelsea got 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. Newcastle got 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win. But again, you have to level this up with who they actually play in. If we go into the last 5 meetings of these games here, Chelsea win, Newcastle win, draw, Newcastle win, Chelsea win. So it's very even right now. And Chelsea are on the up and up. You know what I mean? They're on a building thing. You get me? Hold on a minute. They did lose their last game, but it was to Liverpool. You have to hold that. And Newcastle did lose to Brighton. You have to hold that. Now they're coming together. You would think it would be a draw. You'd think it'd be a draw, and anyone else would go for Chelsea. They'd go for Chelsea right now. I just don't want to be wrong. You know what I mean? I ain't caught a right call since week 6. God damn it, this is week 9. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Newcastle, but I think Chelsea would really handle them. But just to see if they got some fight. Let's see if Newcastle got that fight. God damn it. Next up, we got Palace versus Spurs. Don't even need to check this form. Palace is doing terrible. You get me? Spurs got 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5, whereas Palace got 3 losses and 2 draws. Yeah, I mean, let's look at their meetings. Last 5 meetings, Spurs win 3-0, Spurs win 4-0, Spurs win 1-0, Spurs win 2-1, Spurs win 3-1. So Spurs, I'm going to say you're going to win again. You get me? I thought that before I even saw those last games, and I think it's away. So I ain't going to put 4 up there, but I'll give Spurs 3-1 to Spurs. Next game. Who we got? I think it's West Ham United. Yes, it is. West Ham United. Let's look at the form first. You know what I mean? It's only one more loss for West Ham. It's only one more loss, but let's look at the last time they met. Last 5 is United win 1-0, United win 1-0, West Ham win 1-0, West Ham win 2-0, United win 3-0. A lot of nils. A lot of nils. You know what I'm saying? When they're at yard, they win. So where is this? It's at West Ham. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with that because it's too clear cut. Literally clean sheet, you know, when either is at home and they're winning. So I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say clean sheet though, but I'm gonna say 2-1 West Ham. 2-1 West Ham. The last game of the weekend on week 9. There's no Monday night, so it's Sunday. Is the last game. Arsenal taking on Liverpool. Liverpool making their way down to North London. Both got a loss in our last games, but they've got all wins after that. You know what I'm saying? They lost to Forest and then it's win. Whereas we beat Spurs, drew with City, beat Leicester, beat Southampton, then lost. So our forms are basically upside down, backwards. You know what I'm saying? In the last 5 against each other, starting back in 2022, Liverpool won 2-0. Then we won 3-2. Then it was a draw. Then it was another draw. And then we won. So I'm going to take that a little flavor onto our side. You know what I'm saying? Onto our side. And I'm going to go with my chest high. Champions League win. I know it was a 1-0. Don't care. It was a win. You underdig me? And I'm going to say 3-1 to Arsenal on the Sunday. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. All right. Now, with that out the way, yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to go into the WSL fixtures. So make sure you like and subscribe, people, and I will see you on the next one. Stay good. Stay blessed.
What's up, people? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Never follow fashion and let the rest laugh. Happy to stay fresh, rocking a headscarf.